So I've already done a couple of videos on Think and Grow Rich and the science of getting rich. And um, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's book, um, before it gets into the main part of the book, he talks about how if you read very carefully, you'll there's a secret within the book, and you'll find it within every chapter. And um, I think that's part of the magic of the book. It kind of gets you to, try to, read into things and, study the book. And through studying the book, rereading it, you'll pick up on things that you might not have noticed the first time, or, you know, um, just by presenting that mystery of there's a secret within the book, um, it kind of intrigues our human nature and almost has you hunting for it, so to speak. Um, and, the science of getting rich um, sort of can be similar in the way that it describes things, um, but it leaves just enough to your imagination that you kind of have to piece some of it together. Um, and why I say this is earlier tonight I was watching a video about the science of getting rich, and the YouTuber was referencing part of the book doing things in a certain way. And, his take on that was emphasis on the word certain, because you had to be certain of what you were doing. You had to have a belief in it. So almost, having confidence, I guess. If you have confidence or belief in yourself and what you're doing, you're more likely to be successful. So, in that regards, if you do things in a certain way, you're more likely to succeed. When I first started reading The Science of Getting Rich and I came across that, I was like, okay, well, there's a certain way of doing it, but what is that way? I took it literally, and at face value that, okay, first you're going to do step A, and then you're going to do step B, and then you're going to do step C. There's a certain way to do it. And, because I took it literally the first time I got to that part of the book, I was like, well, that's very vague. It says you're doing it in a certain way, but it doesn't describe how. But looking at from that other point of view of doing it in a certain way that you are certain of how you're doing it, that you believe in how you're doing it, that makes a little bit more sense. So that's one of the reasons why it's so important to go back and study books like this, The Science of Getting Rich and Think and Grow Rich, is because, you might not um, be ready for something because you're looking at it in a totally different light. And then, you come back to it the next day, a week, a month later, whatever it is, and you're like, I get it now. Um, and you have to keep rereading and applying what you learn to, you know, grow in your understanding and, you know, hopefully, um, you know, you found some value in this and are, if you've read those books, hopefully I've inspired you to continue rereading and studying those books. If you haven't read those books or heard of them, I would definitely suggest it. Both of these books, a lot of famous people have, credited at least part of their success to, having read and studied the books. So, again, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles and Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Definitely worth a read. Again, hopefully you found some value in this and have a good day.